Did you know that Benjamin Franklin woke up every morning at 5 a.m. and asked himself one question: what good shall I do this day? From dawn to dusk, his entire day was structured around purpose and self-discipline. This wasn't just a routine, but a practice that helped him become one of the most influential figures in history. Self-discipline might seem like an old-fashioned concept, but in today's world of endless distractions, it's more important than ever. And who better to learn from than Benjamin Franklin, a man who mastered the art of self-discipline to achieve his extraordinary goals? Franklin wasn't just a founding father. He was also a scientist, a writer, an inventor, and an entrepreneur. And all of this success came down to one thing: his dedication to self-discipline. Fast forward to today, and self-discipline is even harder to master. We're bombarded by distractions: phones, social media, constant notifications, and endless demands. Maintaining focus and sticking to a routine seems almost impossible. But here's the thing: Franklin faced distractions too. His time was filled with political conflicts, responsibilities, and managing his own business. The difference? He had a system for staying on track. Benjamin Franklin believed in cultivating good character through 13 virtues. He focused on one virtue each week, revisiting them in rotation. Let's take a look at each one and what it meant to him. First, temperance. Eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation. Temperance was Franklin's way of practicing moderation, especially with food and drink. He believed that excess clouded his mind and distracted him from his goals.
Silence. Speak not but what may benefit others or yourself. Avoid trifling conversation. Franklin valued silence as a way to focus on meaningful conversations. By avoiding gossip and idle chatter, he freed up his time for learning and reflection. Order. Let all your things have their places. Let each part of your business have its time. Franklin was a busy man, so order was essential for him. By organizing his environment and his tasks, he made sure he could always focus on what mattered most.
Resolution. Resolve to perform what you ought. Perform without fail what you resolve. Resolution was Franklin's commitment to follow through. If he set a goal, he made sure he had the willpower to see it to completion, strengthening his discipline. Frugality. Make no expense but to do good to others or yourself. That is, waste nothing. Franklin saw frugality not as being cheap, but as avoiding waste. He believed in spending money on things that had real value, whether for himself or to help others.
Industry. Lose no time. Be always employed in something useful. Cut off all unnecessary actions. Industry meant using every moment productively. Franklin believed that time wasted was potential wasted, and he aimed to fill his day with purposeful activities. Sincerity. Use no hurtful deceit. Think innocently and justly, and if you speak, speak accordingly. Franklin valued honesty and sincerity, aiming to be genuine in his words and actions. This virtue helped him build strong, trusting relationships.
Justice. Wrong none by doing injuries or omitting the benefits that are your duty. For Franklin, justice was about being fair and not withholding help where it was needed. He believed in taking responsibility for contributing to the common good. Moderation. Avoid extremes. Forbear resenting injuries so much as you think they deserve. Franklin practiced moderation to keep a level head and avoid overreacting. He knew that balance was essential for good decision-making. Cleanliness. Tolerate no uncleanliness in body, clothes, or habitation. Franklin believed that a clean environment led to a clearer mind. Cleanliness wasn't just about hygiene, it was about respecting oneself and one's surroundings. Tranquility. Be not disturbed at trifles or at accidents common or unavoidable. Franklin practiced tranquility to keep calm in the face of daily frustrations. He believed that by not sweating the small stuff, he could focus on bigger goals. Chastity. Rarely use venery, but for health or offspring, never to dullness, weakness, or the injury of your own or another's peace or reputation. Chastity, to Franklin, was about respecting his relationships and using restraint. He believed in making choices that honored himself and others. Humility. Imitate Jesus and Socrates. Humility was Franklin's reminder to stay grounded. Inspired by the wisdom of Jesus and Socrates, he aimed to keep his ego in check and remain open to learning. Franklin created a simple chart and noted his success in each virtue daily. If he faltered, he'd mark it, reflect on it, and try again the next day. This method of self-accountability was powerful for forming lasting habits. Today we can use similar tools, journals, apps, even simple checklists to stay disciplined in our goals. Franklin's approach shows that success doesn't come from trying to be perfect, but from consistent, small actions toward a bigger goal. Just like Franklin, you don't have to master everything at once. Start with one small habit, track it daily, and watch as it builds builds momentum. Here's the key insight from Franklin's life. Small strokes fell great oaks. Franklin understood that big achievements come from small, repeated actions over time. By focusing on building one habit at a time, he avoided overwhelm and built real, lasting self-discipline. So if you're trying to build self-discipline, start small. Maybe it's journaling for 5 minutes each morning or setting a daily intention. These small actions, done consistently, can transform your day and ultimately your life. Through small, consistent actions, Franklin built habits that led to monumental achievements. His approach to self-discipline wasn't just about productivity, but about building character and living purposefully. From Franklin, we learn that self-discipline is a skill anyone can build. It's not about being perfect, but about making gradual progress. And if he could do it in the 18th century, imagine what we can accomplish today. What about you? Which of Franklin's virtues do you feel inspired to work on? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journey. And if you're ready for more insights on self-improvement, check out our next video on personal growth. Let's build better habits, one step at a time.